What's up, Alpha? It's your boy Alpha. I made looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy, and we are back with BackSeat Gaming. You better check in.
OVR.
Again, it's your boy Alpha. This is BackSeat Gaming, and I'm here with the two beautiful queens today. Mario is off. Good luck on what you got going on tonight. But first, we got a new person here today. We got the T Savage T.
Hi.
Tell people a little bit about yourself.
My name is Tao. I go by TSavT. I stream on Twitch, and I'm a variety streamer / content creator. I mainly play Valorant, but I switch to games like COD, Apex, CS:GO, and stuff like that when I get tired of the game. So, yeah.
Need for Speed Pro, best Sage out there. Let's
go.
Oh
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I play on Need for Speed, when FPS games get too tilting.
FPS. And then we have the lovely Brie Games 2.
Hi.
Yeah, she was here last week. Plug your Twitch, Brie. Let's go.
My Twitch is Brie Games 2. I figured I'd name myself Brie Games 2 because, that was when people started realizing that girls actually play games. And so I'm just like, girls game too. It's not just guys, girls game too. I was like, nice. Well, Brie Games too. So let me Brie Games too. And I just ran with it, so.
Let's go. And also, she's No Life in New World right now. So if you like New World,
yeah.
She's on New World right now. You will find her live sometime during the day.
Yeah, I don't stream. I should be, but when I'm playing New World, I don't stream because I just be vibing.
I feel you. And today we got a big topic of discussion on all content creators fronts: mental health, dealing with Twitch, content creation in general, Instagram, Facebook, doing that, all of the needs you need to do as a content creator, and how it affects your mental health. Since Brie is a little bit of the vet now, we're gonna let her start. Brie, how do you handle your mental health? How do you make sure it's good? Even though Sav probably been streaming longer, but you the veteran on this podcast, you know what I mean? You've been here. You got one under the belt, you know what I mean?
To be honest, as of right now, I'm not really handling my mental health. I'm kind of just distracting myself. And that's just because I've never been the same after my daughter. And so I don't really know how to get around that. So I would say right now I'm struggling with my mental health and I don't really know how to get around that. But I guess for now, which is, I wouldn't say it's good, but for now I'm just gaming. And that's it.
So actually the stream is for your mental health. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So basically,
yeah.
Gaming is a relaxation thing. After you go through some things, you find that thing, that hobby, that thing you want, that content creation goal. Oh, I want to do Twitch now, and that thing can drive you past whatever the problems you're going through. I see how that is. Mm-hmm. That's an amazing thing. That could help a lot of people because a lot of people might be scared to do this right now. That can actually help.
Yeah.
What you were saying, Brie?
For now, for Twitch, I realized that I've stopped streaming as often. And I'm realizing I think part of it's because I've been just so indulged into New World, but also because sometimes streaming can bring a lot of anxiety. And I'm bringing, even though Twitch is my release, it can also bring stress with just the view count and having to feel like you need to keep your energy up to entertain and stuff like that. So it's kind of rocky for me right now. So even though Twitch is my outlet, I think I'm leaning more towards gaming right now, and it's kind of like a switch off of what helps me in my mental health.
Yeah, taking a break is important for your mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I would recommend anybody, if you need to take a break, if you need to do anything like that, maybe if you just love gaming and don't want to deal with any other things that come with streaming, just take a break. That is a good point that Brie made. Just take a break. She's enjoying New World. She's, like I said, No Life in it. the queen, no life in it. But yeah, so take a break, do something you love. If it's New World, do it, and don't have to worry about view count and none of the other stuff. Now, Tao is the veteran streamer on here. So how do you deal with mental health? I know you're a big mental health advocate. You have been for
Yes.
years. So how do you deal with it in streaming and content creation?
I've definitely like had my ups and downs with it. I've like over the years, like I do feel like I've learned and like grown stronger mentally, like handling the situations. But as far with dealing with it, I like kind of like notice a pattern with like my first of all like my sleep schedule and everything. Um, I say like it's good with okay like with streaming like it's always like I agree with Brie. She said how like it has its perks and its cons. Like you have your good days, but also like there's days where you're like anxious about keeping the energy up and stuff like that. I say to help that, have like friends in Discord with you to like talk to you, like that way you're always like, because with when you're watching someone stream, like if you're just sitting there like playing video games and not saying anything for like half an hour, like it's hard for people to stay in there. And so if you have friends in there to talk to you, like it'll make them want to like be a part of it as well. So I learned like little tips here and there, and it's helped me throughout the years to like get better, I guess, and not let it get to my mental health as bad. There are some days where it does, but you know, like trying to keep a like positive outlook on it definitely does help. And like over time you'll start to see like that progress, and like you'll start to see people come in, and that's like very rewarding. So I would say it definitely mental health plays a big part, but whenever you see like your results and stuff like that, it definitely makes it worth it.
That's true.
It does. It's a lot. Like it's a lot to go into. As Child said, you can have friends. You can do different things, little techniques to help you keep your energy up, even if you don't necessarily have the energy. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, shout out to y'all. I realized a long time ago I couldn't do Twitch.
Why?
I'm like, nah, I can't. I'm not finna sit here and be energetic for hours. Because when I get into something, I really get into it. That's why I can't really do reactions on like music, because I found out I did a reaction video on song and I literally just listened to the song and
No,
and didn't even say a word. So that's part of content creation too. I'm listening to, I forgot, it was a new cipher that came out of some YouTubers, and I was listening to the word, and then I realized that for most of it, I'm like, I'm gonna cut out the parts I'm quiet, but I'm like, I'm quiet the whole video. Like, so I'm like, okay, I'm not good at this type of stuff, but I'm good at the discussions and the talking, and I did public speaking, so things like that I'm comfortable with. So I'm like, okay, let's match my strengths. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna use, because I don't have to worry about keeping my energy up. I just can just like, okay, this the time. I just gotta make sure I'm ready for this 30 minutes or this 40 minutes or this hour, and the rest of that I can chill. Where streaming is a constant. Like you stream for 6 hours, and that's kind of hard to keep your energy up.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
So do y'all watch y'all own videos, or like notice that okay, I got quiet here. What do I do and stuff like that? I know I heard Sav say, yeah, I get friends in there, because I noticed that more now.
I used to when I had my VODs on. But ever since like the whole big deal with the DMCA stuff, I turned my VODs off so that I could play music, because like music just helps me like in general. So I don't know, and I feel like it's mainly like what my stream, like I always play music on stream, and like people, you know, like relate to it, stuff like that. So I don't as much, but I would say it definitely does help. Like going back to watch your VODs, like kind of like critique yourself and stuff. You'll definitely notice like what you don't like, what you like, and stuff like that.
For me, I have my VODs on. I used to watch my VODs, but it's kind of, I'm very self-aware. So like I know what I'm doing wrong when I'm doing it. It's just a matter of how much can I change that? Like, I know I can be quiet on my stream sometimes, but I've had people also tell me that they come to my streams to chill and like relax. So that kind of tells me I don't have to be energetic. I can just still be myself and people will appreciate me for me. So, I mean, I can, when I get a little too quiet and I'm just like zoning out, then that's when I'll turn on like my music, and then that will like kind of hype me back up a little bit. And then I have my streams where I'm just like, okay, I'm going to stream and I'm going to just vibe out, kind of like no expectations. But then, of course, I'm not going to go back and watch that VOD because that's not one of the VODs that I want to like have on me as one of my good streams, basically. I have streams where I want to make content, and then I have streams where I just want to chill out.
Yeah, that makes sense. And by the way, both of these people have amazing playlists. So go on it. If you want to listen to a hype playlist, say I've got y'all. If you want to hear like old school R&B a little bit, Brie got a little old little soul, and I see you, Brie. You know what you be doing. So it's a good vibe in both y'all streams. So I get how the music help you. And Sam says she could. By the way, talking about DMCA, does like random stuff like that you don't know about Twitch, does that affect you sometimes, or do you just not worry about it? Because I know some people be stressing over DMCAs, getting banned over random things that they are not aware of.
It definitely does, because like, I mean, I don't want to get banned like, after all the years of like the work that I put in it, but that's why I turned off the VODs. And I feel like my streams have been like, because used to it would like reach out to a lot of people will come in like saying they like watch my VODs and stuff, so like that kind of sucks. But I've been trying to branch out like and to grow my Twitch through other social media platforms, so that definitely does help.
Plug the TikTok.
Oh, I don't know about TikTok. It's kind of cringe. You'll find it through my Twitter, but my Twitter is tsavt21.
Just follow her. Brie, what about you? Do you worry about random bans, DMCA strikes, anything like that, or you just not thinking about it right now for your mental health?
I do worry about it every time I go live, especially because one of my favorite streamers, Bad Gal Shay, she got banned because of her music, and I was just like, she's one of my favorite streamers. Like, she has a lot of followers, so I'm like, oh dang. And then I have another friend, Fix It Freddy, who also got banned for playing a TV show on his stream, and I was just like, it was like a cartoon. I forgot what cartoon it was called. But I was just like, dang. So if he can get banned, then I can get banned. So I switched over, and I was just like, okay, well, if I only play live music, because I realized that if you do like artists who sing their stuff live, or like Tiny Desks or Colors or acoustic covers, they won't mark that as DMCA.
Oh, okay.
So I listened to like Tiny Desks and this one account called Colors, and that's been helping me. But it's the same music over and over. So sometimes I'll have it to where like it's my music playing, but it's not recorded in my VODs. So it's on the audio track, but the audio track is not marked to be in my VOD. And so you'll hear the music throughout my stream, but if you try to take a clip of my stream, you won't hear the music. Or if you watch my VODs, you won't hear the music. So that's been helping.
Good advice from Brie.
Help me out with that. I need that.
Do you use OBS or Streamlabs?
I use Streamlabs.
Okay, I had to switch to OBS because you can't do it on Streamlabs.
Dang, okay. I mean, I kind of need to anyway.
Yeah, I needed to too. The switch is worth it, but it's so complicated. But now that I'm on here, I've been on here for like a month now, and it's easy.
Okay.
Yeah, the only problem with that be switching everything over. Unfortunately, I had to because Streamlabs and them was destroying my CPU usage. So and then I add the graphics and all this stuff, and they be like, "Nah, your CPU just gonna be 80%, dog." So I like, nah, we can't do that. So yeah, switching over it's a lot less on OBS, even if you put a lot more stuff on, even though they don't have all that easy to put in stuff. So that's a good thing.
It's but there's so much more you can do on OBS as far as like content creation and stuff like that, and editing your videos while you're streaming. It's just more efficient.
It is. I got a question. Do y'all think? I know this Sav said that she now is focusing on other things, doing other things, such as growing through Twitter. Twitter really hard to grow on.
Mm-hmm.
I think Twitter might be the hardest thing to grow on, unless you just go out there and just say whatever, or attempt to go viral. Like I know some people that get attention because they go on every celebrity tweet and they will say something reckless for a ratio or whatever.
Yeah, ratio.
Yeah, they'll say something
Yeah.
reckless to them people and get a ratio, and then they'll start getting followers. But if you're trying to be regular, it's kind of harder to grow.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have YouTube, which have a discoverability factor that's pretty good. You got to figure it out because it's always changing,
Mm-hmm.
and you got how the content changes. So you got to figure out those things. Then the way COVID happened, that you can't do, and it was hard to do real life. So you have to switch stuff up and figure out how it all works out. I'm still figuring it. I think I'm getting it a little bit. That's why I'm trying a bunch of new shows and getting new content that people want to hear. Thank y'all for being here, by the way. Like and subscribe. Hit that follow button on all the audio podcast platform, Spotify, Anchor Music, Apple Music, all that. So, and follow these two. The link is in the description below. So hit that follow button for them too. They are amazing, as y'all heard, giving you great advice. But going back to that, then you have Instagram, which is, I don't know. I don't like Instagram no more, so I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I mean, I'm never on that app.
Yeah, so, and then you got like Facebook for the older audiences and everything. You got all these different social medias. You got TikTok, would probably have the most discoverability, but
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of awkward sometimes with trends and trying to keep up with that stuff. So how are y'all? How are y'all dealing with this effort to grow your platform and maybe the stress that come with it? How are you maintaining? Do you have a schedule? Are you figuring it out right now? Because I know we don't right now. This is a discussion to help. Even while we discuss, we helping each other. So do y'all have like a schedule or a thing? I know I'm gonna let y'all speak, and then I'm gonna tell you what I used to do when I did social media, but that stressed me out, so I don't do it no more. But I'm gonna let Brie do it because it's an easy way to grow. I gained my overall 998 channel gained to like 12K followers. I think it then dropped to 10K because I ain't been on it in 2 years. But Brie, how do you handle it?
I have a schedule on Twitch that it's not Bible. It's like if I feel like it, I'll stream. So my schedule is Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. But I haven't been keeping it. Today, Saturday, I was supposed to stream, but I didn't stream. Did I stream yesterday? I did not stream yesterday. That's been helping. It's kind of giving me something to look forward to. But really, I can stream any day I want. I just say I have a schedule because of the people that come. They usually ask, like, what days do you stream? So I'm like, let me just make a schedule to tell people. I haven't been following that. But as far as my other social medias, it's whenever I feel inspired. Like, I don't pressure myself to do anything. Because I know that if I pressure myself, I'm not going to do it or I'm going to get burned out faster. So whenever I feel inspired, I'll do it. But I would say out of all of the social medias, Twitch is the one I take the most serious. But I would say the most rapid growth I've had is probably TikTok. That's if you want to follow the fast trends. And it's like there's a new trend every day. So that's hard to like keep up with. But yeah, I don't really have a method. It's just, I think it all goes down to why you're doing it. Are you doing it because you want to get famous, or you're doing it because it's a getaway for you? Like, it really depends on why. And the reason why I do it is just because I like content creation. I like being creative, and it's a way to release. I'm not doing it to grow, per se. But if I do grow, that'd be nice.
How about you, Tao?
I'd say I agree. I'm the same way. Like, I'm not here to really like grow, because like, I mean, like, yes, like I love like to build my community and everything, but like I know there's, for example, like TikTok, like I should be posting a lot more videos because I'm very inconsistent on that. And on Twitch, like I I don't really have a schedule. I kind of tell like everyone to just follow my Twitter because I'm most consistent on Twitter. And I tell them like I always tweet when I'm live and stuff like that, like have their post notifications on and stuff. And but I would say to grow, definitely TikTok is the best way. And especially posting your videos out there. Let's say if you don't have TikTok, like on Twitter, at least post your clips. Like if you play certain games, like post your clip of the day, even if it's not the best. Like you could even post like mess up clips that you like, you know, it's still like content. So I would say whatever, even if you're not going like fast, or if you are, it's good to be consistent. And that's one thing I've been really bad about, but I've been trying to get back into it.
Yeah, it is very hard. A piece of advice for anybody, Geoforce, NVIDIA, if you got an NVIDIA card, they have like Geoforce, and it has like an auto record thing on all your shots. So if you see something, you can go and take it out like instantly. Like after you do it, after the game, it'll show when you hit a shot. You just take it out, and it's easy just to post it easy. So if you want some easy way to post, and by the way, I agree with y'all because you shouldn't. Because I'm telling you, it will stress you out if you're trying to grow just to grow. Because like I said, I did that in 2015 when I grew the overall 99 ENT, not overall 99 media channel, but overall 99 ENT at the time. I would have Sunday, I would spend 4 hours on like, I forgot what it's called. It was an app where you could post and have it all set up so it's scheduled. And I would spend 6 hours on Sunday, every Sunday, just scheduling posts for the entire week. Just have it ready, and it actually worked. Like I said, I got 10-12K followers off of it for doing it for like a year. It's a growing experience, but doing that was also a giant headache because you got to think about how to get the algorithm and blah blah blah. If you're doing something, do it for fun. Like I said, take clips out. Make sure if you want to do editing, do one cool edit. Make sure you make parts for yourself. Make sure it's easy. Separate certain things you want to do. If you want to do a podcast, write down timestamps as you're doing it. Anything like that. Like I said, the Geoforce thing, anything to get little quick clips off of. Like, you don't want it to stress you, but you just like, I'm going to put content out, so I'm going to continue to put content out. Maybe it help me grow, but I want to have fun, have a community, show your personality, do all those kind of things. Just to show yourself. And then people that like your personality, more so than even clips, but maybe personality things. Like somebody be like, for me personally, I don't know about y'all, but I rather have a person that like vibe with me over gameplay. Because when the gameplay leave or some other game dies out, they gone. Compared to the person that vibing with me is a personality. So I always felt like that. And so I was always say, try to get personality clips, things you do. And whatever you into, things you like. If you like to dress up and just be cute just for the Instagram or something, or you want to dress up and look cool for whatever you're doing at the moment, just do it. Do it for you. And then once you get enough pictures, you can schedule a post or something like that. Make sure you having fun with it, because 2015 I was not having fun with it.
Yeah, there's no rules as long as you're what is it called? As long as you're truthful about what you want to do, because the vibe that you give, I met some streamers who I can tell they're not really there just for the community. And just the vibe, if the vibe isn't right, people will catch on to it and they're not going to support. But as long as you have a good heart and you're just doing what you love, people will respect and know support. So that's really all there is to it, to streaming, is just having the passion to do it. But other than that, there's no rules really. Just post what you... Well, also when you're playing a game that you love, it's inevitable to get at least one good clip to post somewhere. And even if it's one clip a day, or even if it's one clip every 2 days, every couple of days, a clip is a clip, content is content. And if you're consistent, whether it's good or bad, consistency is what's the most rewarding.
Right. Like, you have to remember you're a content creator and a streamer, not a pro. Like, you don't have to hit the nasty shots. You don't have to do the, like, you know, like the hardest thing to do. Like, you just be you. I say, like, I agree with the personality is a big thing. Like sometimes I like in my streams I wouldn't like, let's say like I'm not in the best mood, like it's okay to like show like who you are and like, you know, just vibe out with your community. Like half the time they agree with you because they're on the internet just as much as you are, like most of the time, and you know, they go through stuff and that's their escape, just like streaming is for you. Like they love watching like content or love watching streamers and stuff like that. So like being you is the best way to reach out because there's no other streamer like you, there's no other content creator like you. But if you want to watch like someone good, like you can find that anywhere, you know. So
But what do you guys think about content creators or streamers who go live or who are not having a good day and they go live and they kind of, you hop into the stream and you can kind of tell they're not in a good mood based off of how they're reacting or talking to their community?
I say it depends. Like if it's like, cause like I know there's some streamers who are like having a bad day, you know, and like they're very negative on them like themselves and stuff like that. But like I feel usually like I've been there, so I'm like I feel very understanding. I always try to like say something to like cheer them up or so, you know. Sometimes like when it's a lot, like when I'm doing it, I feel like I'm being too negative on stream and it does make me like nervous. So like I try to tone it down. But usually when I see others do it, like I always try to, you know, like lift up the mood.
Then for me, it depends on the negativity. If it's,
Exactly.
if it's like I'm just down,
Mm-hmm.
okay, let's see if I can make this person I watch every day or watch a lot of time kind of make them feel better. But if it's like your negative mood is like you kind of snatch my head off, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm out of here. Cause I don't need to get in an argument on the internet. So I'm just gonna leave. You handle you, and that could turn people off. But then a lot of times people are understanding. But some people, you see them, they have bad days. We all have bad days. We understand it. Then you have some people, like I said, they'll bite your head off when they come on. Like you should not go online and snap at all your friends who watch you or your community just because you're in a bad mood. So
Right.
That's how I feel about it. I mean, maybe I'm a little more extreme because I just felt, well, it's happened to me where I've hopped into my favorite person's stream and I'm excited, you know, I'm like, hey, what's up? And then I'm like, hey, and then I get like oh, what's up? Like, and it's kind of like, oh, what's wrong? And so I'm like, are you okay? And then they're just like, I don't know. It's just the vibe that they respond to me with is just kind of like, okay, if you're in that type of mood, then I would not be streaming right now because as a person who enjoys your content and wants to come and see you play the game or whatever, talk to you, and you're talking to me as if you don't like me. It's like that type of energy. Or, you know, like I understand you're upset, but like you're giving me that energy. I don't think you mean to, but maybe you need to check yourself because that's making me not want to support you anymore. Because even though I'm having a bad day streaming, I would never come at someone who's coming into my stream just to say hi. And it kind of just made me feel some type of way. I still support this person. I kind of just written it off as like they were just having a bad day. But I would say I remember that feeling and I didn't like it at all. And if it was a normal thing or if it was like something that happened a lot, I probably would stop supporting that person. Only just because like, just like someone at a job, like I know they've been working all day and you can kind of tell when like fast food workers, they start to get irritable because they've been working all day, which I understand. But at the same time, you should never snap on someone else because of your own problems. If you have that much of a bad day, then call it off or, you know, let someone know. Like I'm all about self-care. And like, even if this is why I can't work, because even if I'm at work, if I'm having a bad day to the point where I'm starting to take it out on others, that's when I'm going to be like, okay, I need a break. Cause like, I need to not do that. But that's just me. I'm really big on how you treat others. And if you feel like you're not going to be nice to others, then maybe you should just stay in a little circle until you get better and then go and stream. or usually if you tell your supporters like, hey, I'm having a bad day, I'm gonna have to call it off, or maybe I'll stream later, they'll understand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like communication is big. I think that's a big thing. That's kind of people kind of getting away from
Mm-hmm.
communicating. Like
Mm-hmm.
I think you should be able to express yourself, especially if somebody comes and supports you every day or often, or even if it's randomly just doing whatever. You should always be able to communicate that, even if
Yeah.
like I've well I've seen the streamer. This is what I respect. I've seen a streamer actually be in a bad mood and say, like Brie said, hey, what's up? And then we're like, my bad.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of went through something. I just got a bad text. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
But we finna turn that back up. We finna get it back into it. I'm finna get back into it. We gonna overcome it. Then I'm gonna get off. I might not be alone. I might not be on as long today because what I just got. And I actually seen a stream do that. Shout out to my boy. He about to stream right now, matter of fact. But I seen him do that, and I respect it. You know what
I
I mean?
respect that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
communication is
yeah,
everything.
my bad. I didn't mean to. I know it might make you feel a type of way, but I didn't mean it like that because sometimes it does just come out. But if you notice it, try to
Mm-hmm.
communicate as quick as possible.
Right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
like people need that communication, and I
I've
think
done that too.
yeah, because
Yeah,
you might snap
I've
on somebody.
definitely right. I've definitely done like not snap, but like just been short. And then
Yeah,
like after a
Mm-hmm.
while, I realized I'm like, oh shit, my fault. Like, how was your day? So
For me, is my voice is very monotone sometimes. So sometimes when someone says hi to me, like this happened yesterday. I was in a VC and I just hopped in, and one of my friends is like, "Hey, what's up, Brie?" And I'm just like, "Hey." And they're like, "Dang, you're not excited?" And I was like, "Oh, my bad. Like, I don't realize I can't control how my voice comes out sometimes. I'm monotone."
no, I feel you. I'm the same way.
So I'm just like, hey, I'm my bad, my bad. It's like I am excited. It just didn't come out that way.
Mm-hmm.
and the last thing I want to talk about, I know this might affect people mentally and all that stuff, and it's a streaming thing. It's about like support. We're gonna get back into this more when we have more people. But how do you show support and how do you want support? Like in a way on streaming, content creation, or whatnot. Because my rule is to my YouTube video. This is how I always thought. If you don't watch my video, that means I'm not doing good enough, or it's something that you're not interested in. I can accept it. I don't expect undying. I don't like undying support. I don't expect it in that way. But now I will get upset with you if you just go in there and be like, I see you doing your thing on your thing. You don't forget me when you blow up or when I'm like, bro, what?
What? Why not? You help me blow up. Like,
Yeah,
hello?
like what? You don't even watch, my guy. What are you talking about?
Oh.
But if you don't say that, I'm not gonna be like, oh, he just not interested. Oh, they not interested. She not interested. Whoever, they are not interested in what I'm talking about. Maybe they don't like. Maybe they don't like gaming in that way. Maybe they don't like wrestling or whatever show we do. Maybe they don't care
Mm-hmm.
for that. So yeah, I ain't gonna hold it against them. But one thing I always make sure I do, and I want to get y'all thoughts on it. Lately, I ain't been on Twitch as much, so I'm not on there much at all. I try to say hey to both y'all as much as possible still, even when I'm on,
I appreciate it,
even though
man.
Sam be on mad late, so I don't be in there all the time, but I try to be on there as much as possible. And I leave, and every time y'all got something, anybody got something, especially if I really support you, I'm gonna try to retweet as much as possible. Like and retweet, go on it, like, make a comment on a YouTube video, do whatever. I might not see every one of them, so if you don't, if like my boy Luton Larry, my boy T, Large Knots, all them, I make sure I try to retweet everything. Now if I ain't did it in a long time, Twitter not showing it to me, so my bad. But if I see it, I try to retweet. I'm gonna at least show some type of support to you.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, it ain't really got to be, to me, I don't think of it as a way to reciprocate because I'm that type of person. I'm like a motivated person. I'm that,
Mm-hmm.
as I told Brie last week on the show, the counselor said, can you do this? And like, oh, you can't make these many A's in this month because you ain't did it before. Who are you to tell me that I couldn't? So I'm that type of motivated person. But how do y'all deal, and how do y'all look for support and want support, or how do y'all show support in that kind of way?
For me to show support, like I try to do what exactly like I think support is, and then like for my friends, like, or the people that I've like met through content creation and stuff like that, I always try to like stop by their streams or like watch their videos, you know, like share their content, or you know, like keep in like reply to like their tweets, stuff like that, or like just being in their streams. My To support me, I would say my favorite way is just like hanging out with me, like in the streams. Like that's my favorite way. I know like some people, they all like, it's better to me like if you were just to chill in streams than like sub or donate, because I've had people in the past like they'll just do that and then like which I appreciate, but they're like, I just want to show you I support you. I'm like, man, you don't have to do all that. Like you just being here is like more than enough, because like it makes me feel like I'm streaming for a reason, for a purpose, you know, like people are actually enjoying my content. So that's how I would like say I'm doing a good job, is when people stick around for streams and stuff like that.
For me, the way that I show I support is, I think I go over and beyond because when I really mess with you, I really mess with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to make sure, well, I'm also a big lurker as well. So I try to balance out the two. Like I know I'm not in the streams all the time, but I always try to make sure I'm there for like the big events, or if no one is talking, I'll try to talk a little more, or I'll just keep checking in with you just to let you know that I'm there. Or even I'll try to get into a game with you or be in the Discord with you or whatever. I also support with kind of like money, because if I see you have a goal or like a dono goal or something, I'm gonna try to reach that for them, because I feel like, well, usually whoever I support is very sincere and kind-hearted, so I don't mind like supporting in any type of way that they need support. Like I know for me, Mina is like my sister. I always, whenever she has a donor goal, I try to make sure like she needs something. Okay, we got to get that then. Well, also because she streams so much and so long, and I could tell how much passion she has for streaming, more than me. Like I couldn't even do what she's doing. I don't have that much passion. So it's just like, I don't know. I appreciate people like that. Also, I try to make sure that they know that I'm waiting for you to stream. So like my friend Freddie, when he goes live, I'm just like, you're late. You're 12 minutes late. I was waiting. And so just stuff like that. And just letting people know, like, thank you for streaming. That lets them know that, hey, like they actually appreciate it. So just my words of kindness, donations, all that stuff.
Yeah. You have no clue how much that helps like streamers and content creators, like when you tell them like you're waiting for their streams or like you're excited for it, because sometimes like, I'm not gonna lie, like I get in my head a lot, and so sometimes like I'll go to stream and I'm like, man, is anyone like
yeah,
you know? So when people tell like streamers they appreciate, like it definitely helps motivate them even more and like want to do it more.
For me personally, the only thing that I would say I would appreciate is if people just I don't even know, because I guess if they just not even stay in chat, but I guess because I'm fine with lurkers, maybe like pop in every now and then, because I understand like I usually have multiple people up and I'm usually lurking in multiple people's chat. So for me, it would just be like popping in and out of chat, or asking me to play games with them, or asking if they want to play games with me, kind of just interacting with me.
Right.
That's the only thing I would say, because I don't do this for the donations. I do this to get away from life. So I don't really care about donations or appreciate it, but I don't care about donations or subs. It's just a matter of being my friend, I guess. That's what I'm looking for. Just be my friend. That's it.
Yeah, having a good community is important. Having people that's there
Mm-hmm.
for you, having you a Brie, having you a
Facts.
having you a having you a Salve and a Russ. Yo, Russ and Mina stream literally probably got the fifth most hours, and I promise you, Brie been in a lot, and she probably never know who Russ is. Brie, have you ever
No.
met Brie? I'm
Really?
telling you, Russ is like fifth in Mina streaming. Why? Because he is the ultimate. You know, he's the ultimate lurker.
Oh yeah.
Russ is like top
But,
5 in like 5 streams, and he never speaks in any
he
stream.
looks no swear.
Dang.
Swear.
He'll randomly gift the sub, and that's the only time
And
he's sub. You're like, where
he'll
you been?
like no swear he'll come in my stream, like I'll be shooting Valorant and like I'll whiff so bad. I haven't seen this dude talk or anything. He just starts laughing at me. I'm like, you've been watching? You saw that?
Yes.
Oh no.
So yeah, having people in the community, having the people that speak, having the people that want to interact with you, all that community, that's good for your mental health too. Having that community, that conglomerate, even if it's not for subs and donations, just having someone to talk to, get your mind off
Right.
whatever's going on. Like I said, sometimes I focus in a lot. Like I've been reading a lot lately. That gets my brain stimulated and I can be creative. But like different things like that. As Brie said earlier, take a break.
Hmm.
I know a lot of people right now are worried about their view count going down or their subs going down, and I know that's stressful for people that want this to be their full-time thing, but
Hmm.
your mental health comes first, because your body breakdown is going to be a longer time not doing something.
Right.
So always just pace yourself and do little things. Make sure you take care of your health. That's one thing I'm always talking about. Your mental health. I always tell, make sure your crown straight. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You gotta make sure your crown straight and all kind of stuff. That just little things that when you grow older might affect you a little more. Because
True.
I'm getting up there, so stuff affect me the more. Y'all know, Ty, you know I tried to jump a fence like 2 years ago at like
I did not.
at 28, and I don't jump as high as I did when I was 20. It don't happen the same way. So I'm like, okay, I gotta at least get somewhat in some healthy form, because my body hurt now.
No. Nah, I need to get in shape. I haven't done any physical like activity in so long. Like, I went from like being so athletic in high school, and then I'm just gaming.
Yeah.
So, I never leave my house.
Yeah, and you don't have to be some crazy gym or run. Man, just a simple walk. Maybe if you get a dog or something that you love, just take it for a walk or something simple like that. Just making sure you get a little active and stuff like that. That's also helps your mental health. You ain't gotta be everybody. I know some people like, I gotta be the most skinniest person in the world. I gotta be the most this and all that stuff. And I like people being there. What you were saying, Brie?
So have y'all ever wait, so my question is, have you ever stopped supporting someone, a streamer, and why?
Yes. Because I don't know, like at first they seemed like cool and chill and funny, but over time I just saw how like negative they were, and like I get like whatever, like you tilted whatever, but they were kind of like projecting it to everyone. And it was just like, I don't know, I didn't like that vibe. I'm the type of person, like I always, like when I have positive vibes, I want everyone to treat each other how they're supposed to be treated, like type shit. So I don't know, it was just kind of like, it felt like a me over everyone thing, and they weren't even like that big of a streamer, so that kind of like made me like veer off of like supporting.
I've had multiple reasons. Not necessarily even, I don't even know if it's really some reasons because they have a negative, like a bad attitude. I'm like, I don't care how many subs you got, bro. Like, I done did a lot in my life that I don't care. Like, it's not important. Like, if I really went at it, I probably could too, but I don't. It's not important. Or sometimes it just, it just grows. You just grow out of certain places. You know what I mean? Like certain fields.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Like okay, I'm now this age. I'm not really into this no more. You're still doing this, or a streamer they start doing more content I don't care about. So it's not
Mm-hmm.
like I stopped doing it because they did something wrong. It just okay, you're doing gambling streams no more. I don't care about gambling.
Mhm.
So I don't really care to watch this, so I'm not gonna watch it because you're so focused on the gambling. It's not like you're not even communicating no more or something.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I
Or you
get
doing
that.
or you just start doing a lot of e dating, and you know you can't communicate in e dating. And
Mhm.
I followed
Right.
and I followed the guy or the girl just for basically the guy just because they communicated, but now they don't even do no content where they communicate anymore. They just they just like having these shows, which help them grow. So I don't hate it, but it's just
Mm-hmm.
not what I'm into. So sometimes it's just I'm not in that field. So okay, I'm still cool with you. I still follow you on social media, but it's not like I'm just gonna actively watch content I'm not really interested in. And I ain't haven't built a core with you that I'll just watch you doing anything. So
Yeah, same. Which I don't understand why like people watch the streamers that have their chat like going crazy 24/7, because it's like for me what they're usually doing is just in their game or just talking to the community. But like I don't know, I like my intimate streams where the chat is not so crazy. You don't have like
Right.
12,000, 30,000 people watching you.
You actually get to know your viewers and stuff.
Yeah, like I want to get to know my streamer, and I want my streamer to know of me. So
Mhm.
it's like I don't know. I can't watch streamers like that. Like maybe every now and then when they're playing like a game I like, or well, right now I watch like Draynilla and Ninjala, them two, because Draynilla he usually reads my what's it called, Ninjala, it's her too. It's a hit or miss, but I think that's where the personality comes in, like the personality and then the content. Like, am I there for the content or am I there to talk to them
Mhm.
or to watch them play the game? So it's about what I'm there for. But like Pokimane, I followed her. I tried to be in the channel. I was like, nah, it's not for me. Uh, but I stopped supporting. So far, it's only been one person, and of course like, and I wanted to blow out this person so bad. Like I wanted to just lay it all out on Twitter, but I was just like, she's the type of person like, well, I stopped watching her because every time I would go into her stream, she was always talking about somebody. She was always like
Mm.
gossiping about someone, and I was just like, maybe I'm tripping. So I started like coming into her streams every now and then like every time she would stream I would pop in just to see what she's talking about, and it was always talking about someone, and I'm like, this girl is always in drama. And then I go to her Twitter, and then always in drama, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, no, I can't support
Yeah.
this person. And then I ended up getting into a argument with her on Twitter because of something that well, basically she did something and she was asking like, am I tripping, am I wrong for that? And I was just like, well, kind of. And she was just like, kind of like, her and her little minions started like harassing me, telling me like, are you serious? And I'm just like, you guys are harassing me because I combated a streamer and said you're wrong for that. So I was like, no, I
When
can't.
she asked for it, like
Like she didn't.
asking.
Yeah, exactly. Like you wanted opinions, but because I was the only person that disagreed with you, which if I
Right.
care for you, I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Right. Like I prefer people to keep it real with me. Like don't let me like, why would you want people to just like agree with you all the time? You're just gonna go out there looking stupid one day, you know?
Exactly. And I mean, I think differently, so maybe that's why like some of my opinions may seem far off, but it's because I
Mhm.
think differently, and it's because I put my shoes in every single person's position before I make my own opinion.
Mhm.
And so sometimes maybe my opinion was a little far off, but instead of saying like, okay, I respect you don't agree with me, it was just like, oh, you don't agree? Okay, no,
Right.
you're canceled. And it's
Some
like, no, I can't. So I had to unfollow and unsupport.
Yeah, I would too. So, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say some people, in terms of what Brie said about bigger streamers, I can watch Doctor Disrespect because I respect his character that he portrays, and I'm like, the amount of work he put into that is insane. So I respect it, and I can actually watch that because he make it like a show. If you ever watch his stream, he makes it into a show. And sometimes it's silly and stupid, and he just does stuff for the character, but it's entertaining at times. Sometimes like, you doing too much, but it's for the show. It's like I got like 5 green screens set up in different rooms, and I got a little fake car, and I'm looking into. I'm like, I respect that. You putting it all into the content because, like I said, I'm a content creator, so it's like watching a live YouTube video. So I can do that, but if I'm used to like communicating with you, or it's more of a vibe type deal. Yeah, if you just got a lot of people and you can't communicate, it's kind of hard. But like I said, but if you into that person's content and that what they're doing, cool. What you about to say, Sav?
Oh, I was saying, on the topic, like what Brie was talking about, I feel like nowadays a lot of people fail to forget that it's okay to listen to other people's opinion, and that just because you hear it doesn't mean you have to agree with it. Like, I would prefer to listen to other people's opinion to like kind of get another like another like look from it, or like another perspective, because that only helps you like kind of open your eyes. It doesn't mean you have to agree with it, but it's just like seeing another perspective and like kind of like telling yourself, okay, like maybe like my way isn't the only way,
Like, it's okay to disagree.
Right.
Especially on Twitter. It's like, and that's why I don't say my opinion anymore, because it's like, as soon as someone realizes that you disagree, everybody comes and attacks you.
Just get butthurt nowadays. Like, nobody wants to like hear each other out.
Yeah.
That's why everyone's
the problem. That's the problem with a lot of things. And things won't get solved unless people start listening to each other without judgment and without like, you have to listen to understand, not listen to respond, and people don't do that.
But nobody does that anymore.
And then people want to wonder why like things are going on, or like why stuff hasn't been fixed. We're the cause of our own problems.
Right. Everyone's just arguing. Like, there's no solution to any problem. Everyone just argues.
And I think people forget, like, I respect people's opinions because people's opinions come from their walk of life. So there's a reason why they have that opinion. Right. So instead of combating that opinion and like shutting that person down, try to understand why they have that opinion. Yeah, and maybe you can learn something new.
Right.
Yeah, in terms of people's opinions and Twitter, I think it's more because we live in where people get in their bubbles of people that agree with them so much. Like, I'm getting trapped to the point where even when people disagree with people, they will agree with them. So
because they don't want to look.
Yeah, like, I don't want to go against this person that might be bigger on Twitter or have more influence or has like, it's okay if you didn't like Drake album.
Right.
Yeah, right.
It's okay if you didn't like Beyonce album. I went through that. I'm like, Beyonce, this song wasn't as good as I thought it was gonna be. The Beehive came out of nowhere. I'm like, okay, all right. I'm like, I didn't know y'all. Nah, I'm a troll, so I don't mind it. But a lot of people, this is not good. Like, people don't want to be attacked.
Right.
I know.
Sometimes I just like saying stuff out of pocket, just see what people would react to.
Yeah, like,
I just scroll past it now because it's not even worth commenting on it, because ever since that one predicament that I got into with the streamer, before I commented, I was just like, should I do this? And I was just like, no, I'm gonna do it. And so I did it, and then the way that I got like talked about, I was just like, yeah, I'm not doing that again. So if I see something I don't like,
they go all out.
They do, and it's like,
whatever would hurt you.
And this streamer is still like, she's not partnered yet, but like she's well known, and like she plays like Apex, which is so it's like that whole community is like it's a pretty big community, and am I the only person who sees an issue with this streamer? I guess so, because I don't see anybody else. But it's like, I could. It's people like that I want to expose, but you can't.
Yeah, I feel like nowadays everyone loves drama, so that's probably why.
That's true.
they
That's
follow
true.
along. Until it hits them, that's when they'll start to want to like expose and like pull out cancel culture. It's just a cycle.
For me, and that's why I don't really support like I don't watch reality TV. I don't watch Bad Girls Club. I don't watch the Real Housewives of whatever state. I don't watch videos about women who degrade other women.
Right.
And I've gotten away from that because I realized through my mom, actually, who always watches reality TV, that all those shows do is just teach women how to degrade women or teach women how to not like other women. And it's like, we shouldn't be doing that. We should be uplifting women.
Right. It's
not a competition. And so, like, you know, I don't gossip about other women. I uplift. I don't watch TV shows. So that's why it's hard for me to be a just chatting show, because that's mostly gossiping and like watching TV shows about like just toxic environments. And I just I can't do that.
Yeah. About that too, I feel like even in this place, the more you grow, it's kind of scary. Because people will dig up whatever dirt they can, and I'm sorry, whatever 17-year-old me said when Twitter first came out. I hope y'all forgive him.
I hope you guys forgive me too.
Because I have grown up a lot. Because I used to, I was in the backwoods of Mississippi, and all I knew was what I knew, and I didn't never been nowhere, so I knew what I knew, and I talked reckless the way I talk. And back then, you talked reckless to get on too, just like now, except for it's a little different. So you talk reckless to get on, and no, I don't know what I said, but I probably said a lot of bad things. So I'm not going through 700 pages of Twitter to understand what I said, because I'm changed now. I've been around more places. I've traveled. I've done things. I met people.
It was a lot different 10 years ago.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The things that you said 10 years ago, it would be shamed now. That's why I hate cancel culture, because it's like, bro, that was 5, 8, 10 years ago. Right. They're not the same person. And like, I think about that often, actually. Like, if I ever get famous, I'm gonna get canceled, because the way that I was raised in a very religious household, and I was brainwashed, and I was taught everything in the Bible. I was taught that, and I lived by it till about 17, 18. But like on my Facebook, if you see my Facebook, like, you know how it shows you like the yearly statuses that you made, like on this day you said this a year ago, and it's just like when those pop up, I'm like, I said that? Oh my God. And it's usually about like LGBTQ. I was against LGBTQ about like 3 years ago, because I was taught to be against it. I was taught a totally different meaning of LGBTQ. I was taught that they were possessed by demons. That's what I was taught. And that if I were to agree with them, I would be going to hell. So I would say stuff like that on Facebook. And then once I became more knowledgeable about it, I was just like, yeah, no, what the hell? What was I thinking? What was I saying? So if that was to ever come up when I get famous, I don't know. People won't have to cancel me, because I had a lot of stuff that I used to think that I look back on, I'm just like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's part of growth. You grow up, you meet people. A lot of times, like Brie probably never been around people before that, right? You just taught what you were supposed to talk. You stayed away from your parents, stayed you away from people, and then you go somewhere, go to college, go out on your own, do this. You meet people. I was thinking earlier about how I can now tell the difference between different Asian communities based on face structure. And after I went to Korea and then I went to Japan, like at first people be like, "Oh, they all look alike." I'm like, "No, it's a distinct difference."
But yeah, and I say the internet has helped me, because like I live in Arkansas, so like all this stuff like here, like everyone's just like racist and all that stuff. Like that stuff was normalized. So growing up, I didn't know that people were like being racist towards me and stuff like that, you know? And then like being on Twitter, like I've learned a lot more. I've known better. And like I say, like with the whole cancel culture thing, I think it's stupid because it's like I understand if it's something that someone said recent and they still stand by it, like I get that, like cancel them. But if someone tried to come with me like with something from like 8 years ago, I'm gonna be like, man, if you want to cancel me, just go for it, because like you're already like stupid as fuck to not realize that that's not me now, you know? So like,
and then they come out with an apology, and then it's like, you didn't mean that apology. Like, oh, what do you want? It's like, what can they do? They apologize. They're like they're literally crying in their videos saying, "I'm sorry." Which in my head, I'm like, girl, why are you crying?
Yeah,
you said this when you were 18, 17.
Yeah, why? Yeah,
you are in your 30s
this
now.
Is not you. Yeah, exactly. It's like, what? Just be like, I'm sorry for what I said in my past, which technically you shouldn't even have to apologize for, because you were like, you know, younger. That's not you. I'm not the me that I was even yesterday. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
So as long as you're trying to better yourself and to like fix that, I feel like that's the person that you should like look at, not anyone's past.
Yeah, Kevin Hart unfortunately been apologizing every 3 years for the same thing he did before. I'm like, bro, it's the same joke you still mad about? And he's like, he'll apologize every 3 years because randomly he'll get like a award show host and everybody, he can't do it. I'm like,
oh my goodness.
I'm like, didn't he apologize for this 3 years ago? But yeah,
right.
But yeah,
people just want things to be mad at these days. I swear.
But yeah, so
and it's crazy how people will go and dig up stuff. It's like, you really sat there and you dug up something she said 3 years ago.
You spent all this time when you could just be supporting the stream. Like, I get that fan energy, but like shift it to something else.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And most of it don't come from nothing. It'd be like you said something about somebody they like, so now they're trying to ruin you or say something offensive. And then even these groups claim they support something. Shout out to Mario, because he said something about Billie Eilish, and I wish he was here for this part. But yeah, Billie Eilish fan said some crazy things to him, and I'm like, I thought y'all supported these people.
Right.
I'm like, these are not words of support.
Yeah,
like,
definitely not.
So I'm like, oh, so you just support when it's convenient. Okay, so it's weird. Okay. But yeah, shout out to Mario. Hopefully he'll be back next week. Hopefully Mina will be back. I know she's on her mental health break, as we just talked about, and some more people. So hopefully Frosty moves, and we have all kind of different things, and we can keep growing this show. We can keep talking about interesting subjects. Again, y'all too, Brie, Tile, plug yourselves so we can get out of here. Let's go. Tell everybody why they should watch you. Let's go.
Brie Games 2 on Twitch. We just chilling. If you want some chill vibes, listening to like old school music, then my Twitch is the go-to. TikTok Brie Games 2. They're cringy, so don't judge me. Twitter Brie Games 2. I'll be popping off on Twitter. I'm most active on Twitter, but everywhere Brie Games 2.
I stream on Twitch. I usually play Valorant, but I'll do just chatting streams, or we'll, you know, vibe out, listen to music. It's kind of, my music taste is kind of everywhere. So sometimes we'll be like hype as fuck. Sometimes we'll just chill. And then TSAVT21 on Twitter. I'm most active on that. I guess I'll put my TikTok. I've been trying to put more Valorant content on there, but sometimes I just, you know, mess around. But it's TSAVT on TikTok as well.
Shout out to them. They are my amazingly beautiful hosts, the queens themselves. We keeping a crown straight, you know how we do out here. And remember to keep stomping. Why? Today something amazing can happen. Peace.
Bye.